Digimon, the trading card game. BT10, it's almost here. And you know what that means? Another set review breakdown. For the first episode of this set review, I'm going over every mono red card in Xros Encounter. I'll go over its playability status, and how likely it will be played. But after some janky sealed with the wife on the trip, I now have new respect for cards that might not have any use in the meta, but in a sealed setting. First up, the red level 2 of the set, Demi-Meramon. This red egg gives your Digimon a plus 1000 DP on your turn if you have a non-red Digimon card in the Digimon's Digivolution sources. While you would use this egg for the Cross Heart deck, none of these decks actually utilize this card. Instead, I personally see this card utilized in the Ragnar Lordmon decks if you're looking for DP buffs instead, and will be an excellent card to have in sealed, considering you can Digivolve willy-nilly on top of your cards, as long as the levels match up. For level 3s, the set offers 2 monocolor red Digimon in the form of Den-Dokomon and Shoutmon. Den-Dokomon can Digivolve from a Digimon with Cross Hearts in its traits, i.e. the Pikmon is the best Cross Heart related Digimon in the set. But standalone wise, it's an average card at best, and from my brief skimming of deck lists from Japan, this card wasn't run in any of the Cross Heart decks. The card overall fits primarily in the sealed setting, but even then, I personally think the card is average at best. Now the one card everyone feared, Shoutmon. Shoutmon makes an appearance as not only a level 3, but also as a level 4 in the form of the King version. This level 3 Shoutmon has an on-play memory cost of 4, and lets you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, then add 1 Digimon card and 1 Tamer card, both with Cross Heart in their traits, and then place the rest on the bottom. This card helps you accelerate and find your combo pieces, such as Taikikudo and other Cross Heart pieces. This Shoutmon also has the on-deletion save mechanic, which is a new mechanic for BT10. This lets you place the Digimon on deletion under a Tamer. As for playability, this card will see a lot of play in the upcoming format. Many Japanese decks run this at 4 copies, and there's a chance to upgrade it in pre-release form. And why wouldn't they? Its inheritable gives your Digimon with Shoutmon in their name Rush on your turn, an absolutely needed mechanic for swinging away. For level 4s, there are no monocolor red Digimon except for the secret rare, Shoutmon King version. This secret rare has an on-play effect that lets you return 1 card with Digicross requirements from your trash to the hand. And when you would Digicross this turn, you may treat this Digimon as meeting one of the requirements. This card also has Material Save 1, which lets you place one of this Digimon's Digivolution sources underneath one of your Tamers. Its inheritable is on your turn. While this Digimon has Shoutmon, this Digimon gains plus 2000 DP. An effect that'll definitely keep your Shoutmon cards alive. And finally, this Digimon has Digicross 2. Meaning when you would play this card, you can place one of the listed cards from your hand or battle area as a bottom Digivolution source and reduce the cost by 2 for each card played. There's a lot to process with these cards, and Material Save is what makes this deck very powerful. For level 5s, there are only 2 in the form of Asuramon, a vanilla 2-cost Evo Digimon that rivals Lava Garidamon from BT2, and Kanaweismon. Kanaweismon is a new Digimon that can Digivolve from any level 4 Gamamon, aka Battle Gamamon, Chaos Gamamon, and even the newer Gamamons that are introduced in this set. Once per turn when a Tamer becomes suspended, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP for the turn. Then if this Digimon has 12,000 DP or more, this Digimon gains Security Attack plus 1. BT8 hero Manakawa definitely helps with this strategy. This specific Tamer can push this Digimon to 12,000 DP alone, assuming you have no Gamamon buffs in the sources. Kanaweismon also gains the effect of the cards in the Digimon's Digivolution cards with Gamamon in their name, meaning you can have potentially a lot of effects that make this card extremely annoying. And its inheritable is the exact same, but on all turns. Meaning this Digimon could potentially have Blitz from Beetle Gamamon, Unblockable by Chaos Gamamon, Piercing from Vessin Gamamon, and Retaliation from Gulos Gamamon. Kanaweismon has a lot of shenanigans it could potentially do, and with 5 to 6 copies of Gamamon, this deck has a shot to be very viable. Moving to level 6s, there are only 2 in the form of Pile Volcamon and Jesmon X-Antibody. Pile Volcamon when Digivolving, Blitz. Your turn, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. This is an interesting card to see because this goes back to OG memory costs like Phoenixmon. But is Megazoo still a thing? Who even knows? But the real level 6 I want to talk about is Jesmon X-Antibody. This card costs 3 memory for an X-Antibody Digimon. This is unreal, especially since most level 6s cost 4 to go into. Additionally, this Digimon can Digivolve from Jesmon for a memory cost of 0. Again, another uncommon thing with all the X-Antibody Digimon that are level 6. Interestingly enough, this card's effect doesn't hinge on the X-Antibody option card necessarily being under this Digimon. Rather, you need a Jesmon in the sources, or a Sistermon in play, allowing all of your Digimon to get plus 2000 DP and attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon until the end of the turn. This and Shoutmon will likely be the cards that will see the most play in terms of Digimon. Many lists run Jesmon at 3 or even 4. There's just so much you can do. But right now, it's time to wind down to the Tamers and 3 option cards. Taiki Kudo, or Mikey Kudo in the English dub, makes his official appearance as a 3-cost Tamer. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of the deck, then add 1 card with cross hearts and its traits from among them to your hand, and then place 1 with cross hearts and its traits under this Tamer. The rest get bottom decked. When playing a Digimon with Digi-Cross requirements, you can suspend this Tamer to place cards from under your Tamers as a Digivolution source for the Digi-Cross. This Tamer is very powerful, and for the restriction list people were speculating Taiki would be hit. But BT11 has only shown us that Bandai wants to make Cross Hearts a thing. And again, this card will be a 4 of in Cross Heart decks. But moving to options, there's Bria Claw, a 1-cost option card that gives your Digimon plus 2000 DP for the turn. Then by placing a Digimon with Gamamon in its name from your hand to the bottom of one of your Digimon's Digivolution cards, draw 1 card. But for security, you just play a Gamamon from your hand or trash without paying its memory cost. This further adds support to Kanoweismon or even letting you play multiple Digimon with Gamamon in their names for additional effects. Hero of the Skies. A 2-cost option card lets you activate 1 effect in the card. But if you have Shoutmon X5, you can activate all effects instead, giving the choice of Security Attack +1 for one of your Cross Hearts Digimon for the turn, or draw 2. But again, if Shoutmon X5 is out, do it all. And lastly, Burning Star Crusher. This 4-cost option card lets you choose a level 4 or higher Digimon with Shoutmon in its name. Then you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to the chosen Digimon's DP. But in security, you can reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon with Cross Hearts and its traits from among them, and then play 1 Taiki Kudo from among them without paying its memory cost. Then bottom deck the rest. This card reminds me of some of the option cards from BT7, where the hybrid option cards played Tamers as the security effect instead. And that covers the first video for BT10 Xros Encounter. There are a lot of red cards that will see some play. Crossheart, Jesmon, Gamamon will all be decks I foresee being possible options for BT10. What deck are you most excited to play amongst the red cards? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And check out the next couple of videos going over every other color. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.